Ask any parent. Car seats and booster seats can be confusing, and it's understandable. Lengthy installation manuals, dozens of seats to choose from, and not to mention all the different height, weight, and age requirements to be aware of. Something as simple as keeping your child safe when riding in a vehicle can become overwhelming, and the stats show this. But it really doesn't have to be that confusing. This video will teach you the basics of what you need to know before you purchase, install, and use your car seat or booster seat. There are commonalities among most car seats and how they're installed and used in vehicles, but we do urge you to always read the car seat section of your vehicle owner's manual and your car seat manual. Look for this icon throughout the video to know when you need to check something against your manuals. Now, let's go over how to get the best fit when your child sits. Your first ever car seat will likely be a bucket seat for infants. One that you can remove from the base and carry your baby around in. These are handy, and the bucket without the base can also be installed using seat belts in other cars if needed. Once your child is bigger, you will transition to a convertible seat that can both rear and front face and stays in the car. There are dozens of seats on the market to choose from, and it's important to note that there is no difference in the level of safety that these seats provide. Higher priced seats do not equal better safety. All car seats in Canada are rigorously tested to the same safety standards and must have the National Safety Mark. Choose your car seat based on the features of seat you prefer and how it will fit in your vehicle. Some car seats also extend to fit your child as they grow taller, and others will accommodate children up to as much as 65 pounds before they max out. Most car seat retailers have floor models you can test out to fit in your vehicle before purchasing. If you are getting your car seat secondhand, make sure to check that it is not expired. The date of manufacture and expiry should be on the bottom of the seat. You also want to trust the source that your secondhand seat is coming from, and check with them that the seat has not been involved in a crash. If it has, it should be tossed. Car seats use a 5-point harness to secure the passenger. It is called this because the harness is attached to the car seat in 5 places, and 5-point harnesses are engineered for an increase of safety in the occurrence of a crash. 5-point harnesses have a left and right clip that goes into the crotch buckle and then another clip across the chest. The straps that go over your child's shoulders are called the shoulder harness. You will be able to loosen and tighten your child's straps using the harness adjuster strap. The placement of the shoulder straps and where they route out of the car seat is adjustable. If your child is rear-facing, the shoulder strap should lay flat at or below their shoulders. If your child is forward-facing, the shoulder strap should be at or above the child's shoulders. These strap positions will need to be adjusted as your child grows. The crotch buckle is also important to check. It should be as close to your child as possible without being under them. Most seats allow you to adjust the buckle placement by rerouting the strap, so you've got the seat and you're ready to install. Here are the basic things to locate on your car seat and in your vehicle. Most car seats can be installed either using the regular seat belts in your vehicle or what is called the UAS, Universal Anchorage System. Both secure the seat safely, but children will outgrow the use of the UAS at some point and you will need to use the seat belt. There will also be a strap on the back of your convertible car seat that is meant to tether to the roof of the car or the back of the back seat. Once your child is forward-facing, your convertible car seat will have 2 different belt pads on the bottom that you should use depending on whether you're installing it rear or forward-facing. For rear-facing, use the belt pad on the front of the car seat. For forward-facing, the belt is threaded through the belt path at the back of the seat. If using the seat belt, most car seats come with a seatbelt locking clip that keeps the seatbelt from sliding freely by holding the lap and shoulder sides together very tightly. UAS anchors can also be used to secure booster seats as well. Booster seats that are not secured in the car can become a projectile in the event of a crash. Car seats should always be installed in the back seat of a vehicle. It is the safest place for your child to be in the event of a crash, away from the hard plastic dashboard and airbags. But where in the back seat? Statistically, the middle of the back seat is the safest place in the event of a crash. But sometimes there are issues with this. Many cars have a hump or it's narrower in the middle of the back seat, Some vehicles don't have UAS anchors for the middle seat, or the parents may have mobility issues that make it difficult to lean in and take children in and out of the middle seat. Also, many parents have multiple children using car seats in the same vehicle. The thing to keep in mind is that if you cannot get a good, tight, and safe install in the center of the back seat, it is no longer the safest place to put a car seat. If choosing a side to put it on, there is virtually no difference statistically between driver's side versus passenger side crashes. If putting the car seat on a side, think of things like the convenience and safety of getting your child in and out of the car. If you are parked on the side of the road, it is safer to take your child out from the passenger side, away from traffic. So you've got your seat now and it's installed in your vehicle. There are a few things that you need to check. Check 1. Recline, if rear-facing. If you are installing the seat rear-facing, the first thing to check is the recline of the seat. This is important. Your manual will tell you what recline the seat needs to be at, and this can change based on the weight of your child. Most seats come with a recline indicator built into them, so that you can check this easily. If you're having trouble getting the right recline, it's okay to use a pool noodle or rolled up towel under the base of the seat. Recline is also important if forward-facing, but more for the comfort of your child at this point. Check 2. Movement, rear and forward-facing. Once your seat is installed, check. Does it move more than 1 inch from front to back or side to side? If it does, it is not installed tightly enough. You will likely need to get into the vehicle and use your body weight to push really hard on the seat while tightening the straps further. Check 3. Tether, forward-facing. If you are installing the seat forward-facing, have you found an approved top tether location? When forward-facing, make sure the car seat is also tightly tethered to the top. Using the top tether keeps the top of the child's car seat back an additional 4 to 6 inches during a crash. If you made it this far, congratulations! Your car seat is safely installed. Now, it's time to take it out for a spin. Here are some tips to help you make sure your child is properly secured as well. Place your child in the car seat. Ensure that the straps are not twisted and buckle them in. Position the chest clip at the height of your child's armpits. Pull the harness adjuster strap to tighten. Reposition the chest clip to ensure it is at armpit height. Beware of bulky winter clothing. Bulky coats and car seats are a dangerous combination. In a crash, all the bulk will squish down and the harness straps will be loose. Bulky clothing can cause as much as 4 inches of slack in the harness. You should not put anything thicker than a sweatshirt on your child under the harness straps of your car seat. A simple way to check if your child's coat is too bulky is to strap them in and tighten the straps. Then, take them out without loosening the straps. Put them back in their seat without their coat and without tightening the straps. Then perform the pinch test again. You've got your car seat. It's installed safely and correctly, and you can now rest assured that your child is safely secured in your vehicle. That is, until they get a bit bigger. Transitioning too soon is a common mistake parents make. Transitioning from rear-facing to forward-facing, from car seat to booster seat to regular seatbelt must be done only when it's safe and your child is big and old enough to do so. Your infant seat will have a maximum weight requirement that you need to keep an eye on, likely somewhere between 20 and 35 pounds. Once your baby is close to outgrowing their infant seat, you need to transition them to a convertible seat. You will want to keep your child rear-facing for as long as possible. The law in Ontario states that children are required to stay rear-facing until at least 2 years old. As long as your child still fits within the manufacturer's weight and height limits, most of which fall between 40 to 50 pounds, and require that your child's head be at least 1 inch below the top of the seat, your child is safest rear-facing. Once you have moved to forward-facing, keep your child in a 5-point harness in their car seat as long as possible will also keep them the safest. Keep your child in a 5-point harness until they weigh at least 18 kilograms, or 14 pounds, and can sit straight and tall without moving out of position or unbuckling. Some car seats will accommodate children up to 65 pounds. This means children as old as 4, 5, or even 6 years old may be able to remain in their 5-point harness seats. Finally, once you've reached the booster seat stage, the laws in Ontario state that your child must be either a minimum of 4 feet 9 inches tall, or 145 centimeters, or a minimum of 80 pounds, or 36 kilograms, or a minimum of 8 years old to use a regular seatbelt. But consider that seatbelts in cars are designed to fit adults, not kids, and age and weight cannot determine whether a seatbelt fits properly. Ideally, children should stay in their booster seat until they're at least 4 foot 9 or 145 centimeters and pass the 5-point test. 1. Their knees bend comfortably at the edge of the seat, with their feet flat on the floor. 2. Their bum is all the way back in the seat. 3. The lap belt lies low on the hips at the top of the thighs. 4. The shoulder belt crosses on the collarbone. 5. They can stay seated this way for the entire ride. Car seats don't need to be confusing, but using them properly is important for the safety of your kids. By keeping these tips in mind, you will ensure your child always has the best fit when they sit.